Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
What's going down? It is your boy Marley Bets, and this is Brothers and Bets NFL edition. It's Friday. Y'all already know what it is, man. On Fridays, I got the homie, Mr. LJ from Houston. Free my bro. What up? LJ, what's going down?
What's going on, Marley? Friday night. You know what it is. NFL week 16. I can't believe it's already 16
we getting down to it's almost there. It's almost over.
Yeah, it is. So hey, let's get into it, man. See if we can get some good plays and get some money this weekend.
Congrats on last week, man. I saw your play. You killed it.
Yeah, my props, man. Like I tell you, I do too many props and it kind of messes up the record. You know what I'm saying? I need to just give him my best, like one or two, instead of giving like 5. Because chances of me hitting all of them.
4, 5. I try not to go over. 4
yeah. But see, I'm behind now, so I'm trying to catch up.
But I'm trying to keep you where you're at. Well, not where you at, but at least in second.
Yeah.
But we both top 5, so you know what I'm saying. That's something to celebrate. Both top 5. World's running 1 and 2 for a little while. We both will be in the top 3, 4. It's all said and done. I believe that. If y'all don't know, we're talking about Jimmy Show on Pub Ho Sports. It's a capper contest every Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's 32 cappers. Jimmy keeps everybody record and ROI and all that stuff, and looking at top 5 right now. Justin, what up, big guy? What's going down? Let's get to work, LJ. So we gotta break down majority of the games, obviously, like we always do, same old shit. Not all of the games. I try to leave it to the games that like at least one team has something to play for. The games that, unless it's something you want to talk about specifically, we'll just go down the row, go down the docket, as I like to say. Let's start with. I'm trying to start with something that's like interesting. Warm up game. I'm kind of interested in your thoughts on this one. Let's start here. If you got anything on it at all,
I do.
All right, let's talk about the Rams. They're going on the road, take on the Jets. Stafford and those guys still got the division up to play for. They are 8 and 6. They're taking on the Jets. Aaron Rodgers and the guys. We already know they, pretty much ain't got nothing to play for at this point. It's pride. It's next year. It's film, that sort of thing. I'm gonna look at the injury report real quick, see who we got listed. And did I pass it? Nope. Injury. Man, I don't have an injury report. That's odd. Very odd. All right. Well, I do not have the injury report, so hopefully nobody. It's kind of odd. Hopefully nobody. There we go. Hold on. I know why.
Like that. That's what it said.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Never not to have it listed here. Let's see. Yep, still don't have it. Still don't have an injury report. I don't know. That's odd. So don't have an injury report. Really weird. The line, though, is at the Jets home dogs. They're +3. The total is at 46.5. And like I said earlier, the Jets, Big Show, what up? What's going down? Jets ain't got shit to play for. Aaron Rodgers, how much do we trust him? I don't trust him at all. Honestly, he hasn't looked anything remotely similar to the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers. And, I don't know, LJ, I'm gonna let you take it away. The Rams, I'll give my spiel after years of what I said about the Rams, but go ahead, because I don't have anything on this game. I do have a lean if I were to take something.
Well, history with the Rams, as far as with McVay and Stafford, is that they played well in December. 21-4-1 against the spread in their last 26 games that they played in December. 14-2 in their last 16. So, and like you mentioned, they're fighting to still get that division as far as the AFC West. So I believe they're going to come out and fight a good game. They're 7-2 coming off their bye. And the Jets is the last team that they have to play that's below 500 because they still got Arizona and Seattle in the division last 2 games. So This should be something that they just take care of and get ready for the next two big games that they have to get to division. Because one of those games they could win a division. They don't have to win both of them. They could just win one of them. So as long as you take care of business versus the Jets, I believe that they'll be primed to get that division in the AFC West. But I'm going to jump on the 3 just because they're a road favorite. And road favorites have been very successful throughout the season, Marley. Typically, the NFC on the road versus the AFC at home. It's 18-9-3 against the spread on the season. So NFC dominates, man, versus the AFC, especially on the road. And the Rams are playing way for more than what the Jets are playing for. And, I believe they'll come in and take care of business. So I'll take Rams -3.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm right there with you. I haven't decided if I'm going to get to the window. The more I look at it, the more I probably will. Because I'm like, what the fuck are the Jets? Excuse my language. I don't know if you can cuss on YouTube anymore. Shit's changed.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Change. Oh, okay. Shit's changed. Right back here. In that case, you
can do all that. It's your channel.
I've been relaxed on the rule lately. Anyway, back to the Rams. The Jets. They don't got. What are we? If you're betting on the Jets, what are you betting on? I mean, like, what are you just betting on them to cover? You know what I'm saying? I feel like 3 points is not enough to be betting on somebody just to cover. You got to at least think they're going to go out there and try to win the game, and that's just not what the Jets do. I think they're 4-10, 4
something like that.
They won 4 games. We'll just say that. They won 4 games. They won 2 out of the last 10 games. And as shame as I am to say this, one of those games were against Houston. And it's just, it pisses me off the more I look at it because we definitely should have won that game. And then we're talking about last week against Jacksonville. Other than that, I mean, you're talking about loss to Miami, loss to Seattle, losses to Indy, loss to Arizona. They lost to New England, goddammit. So, I mean, there's no way. I'm convincing myself the more I think about it that we should be on the Rams -3. There's no reason we shouldn't be on the Rams -3. They still have everything to play for. I know technically kind of this game is not, if they lose, they're still okay because they got the 2 division games, like you said, left, and those are the games that necessarily matter. But I don't think they're so focused on those 2 games that they're like, this game doesn't matter to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know how they say a sandwich spot. This is a Rams sandwich spot.
It definitely is. Great sandwich spot. I get it. But it's the Jets, though.
Yeah.
What are we doing? The Rams on a 3-game win streak. You know what I mean? Buffalo, Seattle, New Orleans. We count the New Orleans, whatever. We saw what happened in Buffalo shootout. Offense came alive. Puka Nacua, Matthew Stafford. As long as he got his weapons and he has time to throw, he's going to deliver. You know what I mean? So
definitely.
I'm right there with you. I'm all over the 3. I can't see a reason why we shouldn't be, other than if you want to say it's a sandwich spot. Yeah, but like I'm not betting on. I almost called him Brett Favre. I'm not betting on Aaron Rodgers. Not this Aaron Rodgers anyway. And yeah, I get it. Devontae Adams. They had like what 100-some yards, touchdown. It looked good, but again, it was against Jacksonville. We talk about one of the worst defenses in the NFL. So I'm not, I just feel like there's no way we should be on the Jets at all. -3 actually feels like a gift, but I do understand it being a sandwich spot.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? To be quite honest with you, when the Rams lost to Miami, I kind of just soured on them. Because I was just, they were at home, and I think they were coming off a 2-3 game win streak, kind of like the same scenario actually. But except they're on the road. But I just think it's that time of year. It's December. It's like games need to be won. Yeah. Getting ready to go into the playoffs. There's no time to fuck around.
And you got the coaching advantage with McVay and a rookie head coach, an intern head coach, mind you. He wasn't even really a head coach.
Right.
So
they have all kind of problems outside of football. The GM just said he answers to a teenager. That's a quote.
There you
Talking
go.
about the owner's son.
So yeah.
Because they make roster moves. Insane. All right, let's go here. Bucks and Cowboys. You got something on this one? This one good for you?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm here. I'm gonna you probably already know my
Yeah.
You probably already know my
we probably both on it.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. Tampa, Baker Mayfield in the game. They're going into is it Irvin or Arlington? Arlington. They're going to Dallas, goddamn.
Yeah.
Arlington. I don't know where I got Irvin from. They're going to Dallas. The team up 45. that we don't particularly care too much down here about. They're going up to Dallas to take on the Bucks. What can we say? The Bucks still have the division to fight for, especially with Atlanta just giving it away, just taking it, begging the Bucks to come take it. And then we got Dallas, who's pretty much in the same boat that we just talked about with the Jets. There's really nothing to play for. They have no chance to win the division. I don't think they're even in the odds to winning the wild card without major help from a bunch of other teams. 6-8. Defense has been playing better though. I think, did they win this week or did they win last week?
Who?
Dallas.
They beat Carolina.
Yeah, that was this week. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Coming off a win on the road. Right. Carolina 30-14.
As the dog. Carolina was favorite.
About them Cowboys. All right, clearly. I am all over the Bucks here. -4. This Dallas team, this version of Dallas team is terrible at the end of the day. Me and LJ is still the only kind of couple people that I hear point different ritual. I guess it's not important to a lot of people, but you know, it always been important to me for some points.
It's important in this game. Definitely.
Yeah. Dallas only scoring 20 points a game, meanwhile giving up 28 points a game. Defense has gotten better. They're not getting torched off the run, but they're still giving up 140 yards in it, 140 yards per game, over 220 passing yards per game. Meanwhile, Baker and them, on the other hand, they're averaging 25 points a game, but 31 points a game, excuse me, and only giving up 29 points a game. So it's not that big of a deal on the point differential for the Bucks. However, Baker is cooking right now. Daddy, what up? What's going down? Baker is cooking right now, LJ. They are coming off 4-game win streak, I think is what they're on right now.
Yeah, they're 4-0 coming out their bye, man.
Right. 4-game coming off their bye week. Now, look, keep in mind, Giants, Carolina, Vegas, but they did just go into San Diego, LA. Even though LA, we know it's not much of a home field advantage for them. But I mean, I don't know how many Bucks fans are traveling all the way across from Florida to be at this game, at that game. And Dallas is terrible, especially at the crib. Let me go over their home numbers here. 1-6 at the crib. 1-6 ATS at the crib. Meanwhile, on the road, the Bucks 5-2 ATS on the road and 5-2 straight up on the road. So I'm over the 4 here. This is gonna be, I want to say it might be a double up spot, but I'm not there yet. But I am on the 4. Like I said, Bucks still have everything to play for. Still playing for the division, and the Falcons got the Giants. Even though Penix is starting, you probably still can chalk that up to a win. That's another game I probably should have put on. I just didn't like the 9. We'll talk about that maybe at the end of the show, because the Giants aren't trying to win games. Like the Giants and the Raiders, I don't think they're trying to win games. They're trying to get Shedeur Sanders. So I don't even think those two teams are competing, but I thought the spread was too much. Anyway, but back to the Cowboys and the Bucks. I'm all over the 4 here, LJ.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I'm on the first quarter and I'm on the full game. Bucks averaging 31 points in the last 4 games. Their team total is over 25.5. Guess what? I'm on that too. I'll be able to come in here and just manhandle Dallas like every other good team come in here and handle Dallas.
Right.
And Tampa Bay is in a very interesting spot, Marley, because they have 3 games left. They're the only team out of the potential playoff spots that every team that they play, all 3 of them are below 500. They play Dallas, they play Carolina, and they play the Saints.
Oh, they got a chance.
Yes, and they, like I said, they're going to win the division simply because Falcons are not going to a rookie quarterback. So they must feel that Kirk Cousins is not going to win that division because.
But Atlanta owns the tiebreaker, so they can't be tied.
They could be tied.
They cannot be tied. Atlanta owns the tiebreaker. Atlanta beat them twice already, so they have to. They have to have a better record. if I'm
Well,
not mistaken.
Yeah, because they're 8-6, so I'm pretty sure they will have a better record. Because I don't think the Falcons will win another game. That's just
I
me.
need to look at that schedule. That's something I need to look at. You don't think they beat the Giants this weekend? We'll talk about that.
No, I don't think so. Because they're going
I
to a
didn't put
rookie
that in
quarterback.
there. What's that first quarter line you got?
I don't think it's out yet. You gotta wait for game day.
All right, and then I got Bucks team total.
Yeah, team total over 25.5, and I'm on the minus. I got -3.5, but you can put the 4. I don't care. It just comes down to what we. Yeah, it's 3.5. It just comes down to what we talk about. Dallas, they can't run the ball and they can't stop the run, and they give up more points than they score. They only average 16 points at home, outside the division, giving up 36 points at home outside of their division. So I think Baker and them handle business. Also, think about Mike Evans. He needs like 200 or 300 yards to hit 1,000 for like 8 straight. So I believe Baker.
And he got some money incentives too.
Yeah, so I'm expecting Baker to get him on those yards. So I'm going to Mike Evans receiving yards and road favorite, man. I mentioned 42, 22, and 1 since week 5. 7 out of the last 8 games that the road favorite has been favored, they've won. So let's stick to the trend, man, and just get this money. Tampa Bay all day.
All right. Let's keep it moving. Oh, interception. I'm sorry. I've got this Indiana game on.
Who you on?
I'm on Notre Dame.
Okay. Is it snowing?
Nope. I wish it was, though.
I heard earlier the weather was going to be crazy or something.
It's supposed to be cold in the mug, though.
Oh,
he just pulled through him. Or did he go through? How the fuck did that get through there? All right. Let's move on. I kind of wanted points there because I think I took the over too, if I'm not mistaken. Solid Rob, what's going down? We say Tampa Bay going for the 3 seed, right? No, I don't think they can climb that high.
No,
I think they can climb that high. They're only 8-6. Fuck no, because they Eagles, Minnesota, Lions. No, I don't think they can get the 3 seed. They can if they win a division, they'll probably get the.
So okay, we could just
you know what? Wait. I could be wrong.
Yeah, because if they the division winner and the Rams, it just depends on whoever wins that division who has to.
Yeah, but that'll be the 5th and 6th spot, right?
No, because you got 4 divisions.
Yeah, but you get 4 divisions, and then you get a 1 and a 2 seed.
Yeah, but like I said, if you win the division, don't you automatically get higher seed than the wild card?
The wild card don't get a home game, so you get the top 2 seeds, right?
That's my
and
point.
The first round gets a bye. Yeah, but they'll be ranked below. So they'll be ranked below the NFC East because they'll have a better record.
Yeah,
so they won't get that 3rd seed. So they'll probably get the 4th or 5th seed. If I could be wrong, I might want to shake me on it. And see, this what scares me about that. We'll talk about this at the end of the game, but this what scares me. I think Penis might shine. I just don't think he covers the 9, but I think they'll beat the Giants. Bro, the Giants aren't trying to win. Like they literally not trying to win. They're not even starting. If they were trying to win, they'll be starting Drew Lock instead of Tommy DeVito. Like they're not trying to win. They're trying to get Shador.
I get it.
Them and the Raiders. They're not trying to win at all.
He's still a rookie.
I get it, but he old too.
Still a rookie. I'd say if he started the season, like Bo Nix.
I mean, that's why I wouldn't take the -9. I think they still win. I definitely wouldn't take -9. But I wouldn't be surprised if he came out there and shined. Let's talk about this one right here. Vikings in Seattle. And what the fuck was I thinking taking Seattle last week? Like, I knew.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
I knew because I took him the week before and I was like, Geno been hot, bro. He on a 4-game win streak. And I said it on the show too. I said, like, he been in domes like the last 2 or 3 weeks, and now he back outside, and that's part of my cap. Like this week though, like Geno outside is terrible, man, and he's they're terrible at home too. Mm-hmm. Like, and I knew that last week going in. I just felt like they've been on a 3-4 game heater. Geno been playing good. I mean, Geno been playing like Geno. It ain't like he been playing good. He's been doing Geno shit. They just been winning, but the defense had been playing really good up until that Packer game. And like it looked like McDonald had them turn a corner. They was holding people led to less than 100 yards rushing. I think passing was like bet slightly over 200. Like they were shining like starting at week 9 up until now. Damn, how they get on the 1? Get out of there. My bad. Get out of there. Oh, touchdown. Can he go all the way? Sorry. I'm sorry. He's got money on this. Run, young touchdown from the 1.
Who?
99-yard touchdown.
Notre Dame?
Yes, Notre Dame.
Wow, that's crazy.
98 yards, excuse me.
That's crazy.
Sick. Let's go. All right. Yeah, so I mean, I just can't see me. I haven't gotten to the window, but for show purposes, I'm on the Vikings. And we were just about to talk about it. Seattle, they're one of those, if we talk about point differential, 22 and giving up 22, scoring 22 and giving up 22. Never good. Or at least not good. And then at the crib, they're not, for whatever reason, road warriors. The time to take them is on the road, not at the crib. There's 3-5 at home, 5-1 on the road. They're 2-6 ATS at the crib. So like nothing about them says take them at home. And Geno's numbers are just, I mean, I think he's probably about, I'm going basing off last week's. I didn't write this down for earlier today because I kind of threw this game in. But Geno, I know that last week he was like 13 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. It's like he throws just as many touchdowns as he does interceptions. So like, yeah, he might throw you 2 touchdowns, but I'm almost guaranteeing. And I'm not a prop guy, but that's a prop I should be taking because I've been saying that shit for like 3 weeks. Like if I was to take a prop, it would be Geno to throw an interception because that's what he fucking does. He throws interceptions. Go ahead.
5 straight home games. 11 out of his last 15 at home.
He's thrown an interception.
He's
gonna throw one. I know it. He's gonna throw one.
And the Vikings defense has 9 interceptions on all their road games.
He is gonna throw an interception. It's not a doubt in my mind. On top of the fact, kind of in a Rams situation, because I'm not gonna say this game doesn't matter, but like it's a sandwich spot. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna boil down for them to that game. Who are they playing last week?
Green Bay and Detroit.
Oh,
Vikings.
Shit.
Yeah, they play
I thought they had a divisional game at the end of the season.
They do. Green Bay and Detroit. They're in the division.
You
talking about Seattle?
No, Seattle. Yes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Vikings.
No, I know this game matters to the Vikings.
Oh, okay.
It's not a sandwich spot because they're trying to get the number. They have a chance to get the number 1 seed. They need obviously to beat the Lions, and I think they need. I don't know who owns the tiebreaker between them and Philly. I'm not sure how that works.
Seattle has the Bears and the Rams.
That last game against the Rams is what's going to matter for Seattle.
Yeah.
So yes, they still have everything to play for. It's not necessarily the best sandwich spot, but one, in my opinion, though, the Vikings are just the better team here. On top of that, and yeah, Sam Darnold. He's all right, man. He hasn't been playing the best. He's been playing pretty good as of late, though. I just think overall they're the better team. We know Brian Flores is about to blitz the shit out of Geno, and he's just gonna turn the ball over, man. That's just what it is. And the way that the Packers ran all over Seattle last week, I don't see why the Vikings can do at least half of that. With Aaron Jones. So give me the Vikings -3.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. Just because of what you just said. Seattle, they're in a horrible spot. And they're only 5-9-2 against the spread in the last 2 years at home. 2-5-1 against the spread this year. And they have no pass rush. The offensive line is shaky, injured, and Geno Smith is hobbling. So they got all kind of factors going against them versus a team that, like you mentioned, is on a mission to try to get this number 1 seed and have home field advantage. They're averaging 30 points, 3 out of their last 4 games. Total yards, 372 in their 4 games. They've rushed for 100-plus yards, 3 out of their last 4 games. Not to mention, the Minnesota Vikings are 19-9-4 against the spread since 2020 playing outdoors. 7-3 against the spread outside of their division. So I'm all on the Vikings, my friend, because another scenario, we have a road favorite. So I'm pretty much probably going to take all the road favorites. Probably not the Eagles, but I'm going to pretty much take the Rams, Detroit, Minnesota, and Tampa Bay. I'm taking all those road favorites just because they all got something to play for. And the fact that the against the spread record is just so good, I can't deny it. And this division is 10-3 straight up. NFC North versus the NFC West on the season. 10-3 straight up. So all the advantages point to the Vikings. So Vikings minus the 3, man.
Vikings minus the 3. Yeah, I mean, especially you know what scares me a little bit though, like the way the Seattle looked last week at home. I know the Vikings are going to be such a fucking heavy public play Sunday. I hate. Sometimes I just hate riding with the public. Other times I don't mind. Big run by Seattle. I mean Indiana. All right. Yeah. Speaking of the game, you just kind of talked about that you are not taking the favorite on. Let's talk about that game. Big game. Another team that made me look. I'm not gonna say made me look stupid, but one of the losses I took last week. And I felt like we would have covered if Najee doesn't fumble that ball in the second. I felt like right after when that happened, the game just swung. And Pittsburgh doesn't get a lot of opportunities. Their offense is not built like that. I think this is one of those games that it hurt not having Pickens. They made it last week and they still scored 30-some points against, but it was the Browns. Obviously, Eagles defense is a different challenge. But, you know, I thought they can cover the 5. I didn't think they would go into Philly and win, but I thought it would be a tight game. I thought they would be able to slow it down a little bit, run the ball a little bit, keep it tight, keep it close, keep it within a touchdown, not necessarily get blown out, which I think we were on our way to doing, except for Najee fumbled the ball. So got the Eagles going on the road, taking on the Commanders this week. With that Detroit loss, opened up everything for everybody. So this is another team that that still has everything to play for. Division game, obviously. But they're still playing for the number 1 seed. So did Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown fix everything? I hope they did, because they came out after that game with the smugness, like, yeah, this is what you wanted to see. Like, yeah, we got it now. The passing attack was there. So I hope they did. The Commanders, you know, they got a win last week against Atlanta, I think. Who did they play last week, LJ? Hold on, I got it. New Orleans, my bad. I said Atlanta. New Orleans.
Yeah. They almost lost.
I was literally just about to say that, which they almost gave that game away in the second half, settling for too many field goals. But they got the win, coming off back-to-back wins against New Orleans and Tennessee, which don't say too much. You know, seems like what's the old buddy name? The not the head coach, the coordinator, Kingsbury. Seems like Kingsbury's second half folding is what he's kind of known for. A team start off hot, then folding in the second half. Seems like that's exactly what's happening. But they are 5-2 at home. 5-2 ATS at the crib as well. They're scoring 28 points a game, so that's still good. They didn't get to 28 last week. Defense is giving up about 22 points a game, but taking on Philly, man. And then, you know, Philly is a different monster, obviously, when it comes to rushing that ball. They're averaging damn near 200 yards rushing. Passing game can use some work, but maybe they fixed it, maybe they didn't. I like Philly here, LJ. I don't know if anybody can stand it. I don't think Washington can stand in front of this train right now. I don't think they're unbeatable. I think it'll be a tight game, but I think they can cover 3.5 just because I think the defense, man, that's the difference in this year's Philadelphia Eagles and last year's Philadelphia Eagles. The defense has been balling, only giving up 18 points a game, allowing less than 100 yards, 200 yards passing, and barely 100 yards rushing. We're really talking about a top 5 defense, damn near in every statistical category. They're 5 except rushing. They're 8. In yardage allowed. So we're really talking about basically a top 5 defense overall, and that's the major difference. I think they're going to make it hard for Jalen in that offense to push the ball. He's still, I don't think he's 100% healthy. He's not running as much as he did earlier in the season, based probably still from those rib injuries he sustained. So I like the Eagles minus 3.5. I just don't think they can stand. I don't think the Commanders got enough to slow them down, or I don't think they'll be able to score enough points. Basically, I wonder what their team totals are. Because I don't have those.
I'm right there with you. I'm not gonna bet it because I want the Commanders, to win, but wanting and actually happening is 2 different things. So the Eagles do have the advantage on defense, and that's what's gonna keep me off because they could just rush with their 4, and play back in the secondary with all their secondary, and Jane Daniels, he's a mobile quarterback, so I think they can contain him. He hasn't been running as much as when he got hurt with his ribs, so he's going to try to beat you from the pocket. And I think the Eagles got the defense, to keep him, at bay. And I just think they're going to run the ball. They're the healthiest team as well. Washington's still dealing with some major injuries for us. Eckler, I think their field goal kicker is still hurt. So they really only got McLaurin and Brian Robinson to really initiate the offense. So, yeah, division game. I expect it to go under as well, but I'm gonna stay off because I want, like I said, I want the Commanders.
What do you think about the under? Because I think I want to under. I might make a move on it.
Yeah, I definitely lean under.
I like the under
because I see Commanders kicking a lot of field goals. I don't see them scoring a lot of touchdowns because I don't think they can be on the field long enough to keep Jalen Hurts off the field to limit their possessions because Philly is like one of the number 1 teams in time of possession. They like to keep the ball. They go
right.
Fourth
they run it down. They run the ball. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really believe that's what's going to happen because that's the identity of their team, and I don't think Jalen Daniels could have enough possessions to stay within that margin. Right. But we'll see what happens. It's a divisional game, like I said. That's why I'm going to stay off. But I want the Commanders to win just to give the Eagles a fight.
I was gonna say, why do you want the Commanders?
Because I just want that I don't want to give the Eagles that division yet. You know what I'm saying? I want them to fight for it because they got Dallas and the Giants their next games. If they slip up and lose this game, they still have to win those 2 games to win just win 1 out of them. But basically, I'm trying to say I want the Commanders to make it hard for the Eagles to win the division.
I was gonna say they gonna win them games. Them last
yeah, I get you.
It ain't nothing. I don't think it's nothing either one of those teams could do. What are those?
It could be because I lost money with the Eagles too a couple weeks ago, so it could be that too. Little bad taste in my mouth still.
Could be that too. All right, yeah, for sure. All right, shit. Let's keep it moving. I'm definitely gonna be on this game. I just don't know if I'm on the total or on the Eagles yet. One of the 2, if not both. I just don't know. I don't. The Redskins got a lot to play for. If he can move to a 4, well, 3.5 still basically a 4. I don't know. I need to break it down a little bit. I don't know if they're going to be able to slow. Man, the Eagles just pound you. They just pound on you. Mm-hmm. Like Saquon could take it to the house at any point in time from anywhere on the field. They're tough to stop offensively, and the defense is just balling out of control. One of your teams, one of your guys, you bet on these guys frequently. Talking about the Lions, they're going on the road, coming off a tough loss against the Bills. They're going to take on division rival the Bears. That line is at 6.5. That total is at 48. I'll let you start this one, LJ. I know this is one of your guys.
Hey man, this is what we've been waiting for. Detroit fans that know how Detroit rolls off a loss. One of the best teams last 3 years against the spread off a loss. 9-0 last 9 games. Also, 5-0 against the spread on the road in the first half versus the division going back to last season. And the Bears, they struggle, Marlon, especially in the first quarter and first half. I mean, they're allowing over 400 yards 3 out of the last 4 games. 30-plus points 3 out of the last 4. Over 100 yards rushing in 8 straight games the defense has allowed the opposing team. So I see Detroit coming into theirs and pretty much dominating Caleb Williams. He's been sacked 58 times, which is number 1 in the NFL. And they can't run the ball. You know, they ran for 100 yards 2 out of their last 7 games. So you can't run the ball. You're not going to have offense. You're not going to stay on the field long enough. In Detroit, just like I just mentioned with Philly, they're one of the number 1 teams with time of possession because they like to run the ball and eat the clock up. You get what I'm saying? So they're coming off a loss, man. And all the numbers point to them. All the trends point to them. 10-1 against the spread since 2022 versus a team with a 2+ losing streak. Not to mention, this is the best one right here. Let me look it up because I didn't have it wrote down, but this is what swayed me to smash Detroit. Teams off a loss as a home favorite versus a home team as a 3.5+ home dog or more. 21-5-1 against the spread since 2019. So we on the Bears. I mean, not the Bears. We on Detroit.
What?
We on Detroit. I'm taking the second quarter, Marley, because they're 12-2 against the spread in the second quarter on the season. The Bears are 4-10 against the spread in the second quarter. So we're taking Detroit second quarter. We're taking Detroit first half. We're taking Detroit full game. And we're taking their team total over because I just believe that the Bears are at a major disadvantage. As we mentioned, they're dealing with an intern coach that probably was never meant to be a coach for the season. He was meant to be a coordinator. And they're going against Detroit, who's coming off a loss off of national TV. Was that game on national TV with the Bills?
Yes, it was.
Right?
Oh, wait.
So,
wait,
yes.
wait.
Was it on national TV? Yeah, because I remember seeing it. Yeah, I remember seeing it. So we always say, Marty, you know this. Take the team that came off a loss on national TV. You just take them automatically the next game. So this is a perfect situation for Detroit to get right. It is the division, which they've, dominated the last couple of years. 4-0 versus division so far right now. And the Bears are 0-4 versus the division. So what makes you think they're going to just luck up and win this game versus a desperate Detroit team that's still fighting for home field advantage? So Detroit, man, all kind of ways. I ain't even mentioned all of them I'm gonna put, but those are just the basic ones. Second quarter, first half, full game, team total.
Got you. Yeah, man. I mean, I can't sum it up any better than that. The only thing I'll add is they're on an 8-game losing streak. There's no reason why we don't think it should be 9. And I said this, I took Minnesota on Jimmy's show last week against the Bears, and the main reason was like, why are we taking the Bears? It's like with the Jets. What are they playing for? Like, they're on their 3rd head coach of the season. Yeah. Like, what are we doing? I mean, like, if you're if you're Keenan Allen walking in, I get if you're Caleb, you're going out there it's your first year, you're probably trying to learn as much as you can, play as hard as you can each week and week out. But if you're Keenan Allen, what the fuck are you? Are you coming in there pumped up, ready to go on Sunday? Put your career to what you have left of your career on the line, jeopardizing injury. Like, if this game is down, if you're down 14 in the fourth quarter, how hard are you really trying to come back? I get it, maybe when the game starts, maybe in the beginning before it gets out of hand, you're gonna go out here and play. But if you're down 14, 2 touchdowns, if you're down 10 in the fourth quarter, they got the ball, like, it's not that much time left. Like, are you trying to really like come back? Are you putting everything on the line?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. I'm not taking teams. I'm not saying I don't believe in the spoiler role, but like, I'm not taking teams. I'm not putting my money on teams that have nothing to play for. It's just like, I know when it comes down to it, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you go sacrifice your body for what?
And like we just talked about before the show, before we come over, about all these sharks be on these dogs, and I'm like, what shark is going to take the Bears versus the Lions? Like, that just lets me know you have money just to burn. Lets me know that if you're throwing money on the Bears against Detroit,
there's no way. There's no
Like,
way.
what could convince you to do? Like, I would love for someone to convince me of why they would take it, just because they want to just gamble, just taking a chance. That's all.
Just taking a chance. Yeah. I don't got
That's
that
all.
kind of money. Not
Hey, I
not
don't.
still
Hey,
gonna
I
get
don't
it.
either. So hey, I'm gonna
Once
go
I
with.
get there, I'll let y'all know. I'll let boys know.
And
Like,
I
I'm just
still
running,
wouldn't
man.
take the Bears in this
Fucking off.
situation, even if I
No,
had to.
no. I might take the Giants +9, man. No, I'm just wishing. I just wishing I would
For
not put my money
real,
on the
man. It's
Giants. I don't give
crazy,
a
man.
what it is. All right, man. Let's keep it moving. We both on the Lions to cover. Yeah, I'm right there
Yeah.
with you. I'm not going to take the first half. I'm gonna just take the full game. Even though I get it coming off a loss, I expect them to come out smoking too. So I'm gonna just take the
And I
full
didn't
game.
mention this. The last time Detroit lost the division game on the road was versus the Bears. Justin Fields last year.
A long time ago. I don't expect that to happen this week.
Yeah, just saying.
Okay, man, before we get out of here, talk about
Good one.
one of my guys, man. One team that I've been making money on since shit, like week 2, if not week 1. I've been riding with the Steelers, and I lost money with them last week, but I'm not even upset because they've made me a lot of money this season. And one of my favorite teams, going back to the Ray Lewis days, it's just something about the Ravens that I've always liked, and still a Raven fan, just not my team. But all right, so we're talking about one team coming off a loss, one team coming off a smacking, but it was the Giants. So, I don't know how much stock we put into that. We talk about the Ravens, Steelers divisional game, black and blue game. Line is at 6.5 with a total of 44.5. Kind of crazy that we're getting the 6.5 in the division. I definitely think the Ravens win this game. I don't know if they cover 6.5. I'll say this, LJ. I have a bad taste in my mouth from watching that Steeler offense against that Eagles defense. I felt like what can the Steelers do good offensively? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm still not sure. Like, they run it okay. They don't run it great. They're definitely consistent.
Yeah.
They're gonna give the attempts. They don't pass it great. It's kind of, Russell Wilson does the thing that he used to do in Seattle. Buy a little bit of time, throw a Hail Mary, throw a deep bomb, hope the receiver comes down with it. So I fell victim to that last week, thinking they can cover the 5 just because we saw a big number. The defense, although it played well against the Eagles, but it shows some tendencies to bend, and it has bent in different occasions. They're still only giving up 18 points per game and still allowing less than 100 yards per game, over 200 yards per game. And I think what we're going to get into, to me, is what the game's going to boil down to. This is, can the Ravens defense, no, excuse me. Can Pittsburgh defense, what would who's going to win Pittsburgh defense against the Ravens offense? Because I think the Ravens defense pedestrian, but the Steelers offense is just as pedestrian. You know what I mean? So the battle is going to be the Steelers defense against the Ravens offense. Who wins that battle? Because if the Ravens put up enough points, Seattle can't match it. The Steelers want a slugfest, low scoring game. So with that being said, it all leads me to this, LJ. I think Baltimore wins this game because it's definitely tough to sweep a divisional opponent. I think Seattle coming off this loss. I mean, the Steelers coming off that loss. I want to check, and I meant to ask you this. Teams that are coming off, the Eagles beat a lot of teams. I wonder what's their record coming off playing against the Eagles. But I like the over here at 44.5 because I think the Ravens is going to score a lot of points here. I think they're going to give me at least. Yeah. Based off what I saw Philly do to them, they can run it just as well, although can we say they don't? I mean, they average they average like 20 yards less than, I don't even think 20. Um, the Eagles average like 190 something. The Ravens are at 179 yards rushing a game. No, Derrick Henry isn't Saquon, but he's still Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
But Jalen Hurts isn't Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? So, and I think he throws the ball better. They average more passing yards. I think this defense is going to have trouble stopping this offense. The only reason I'm not sure about the 6.5, and I'll tweet it out by Sunday because this is going to be one of the games I'm going to be on, and I'm going to be on the Ravens. I'm just not sure. I'm probably going to be on the team total. I don't have that number quite just yet. But I like the over 44. I think we landed on 42 or 43 in the Eagles game. And I think this offense is a little bit, I don't want to say it's better. That's the wrong word. But they average 29 points a game, LJ. And I think they hit that mark or definitely get damn close. See, I'm with you. Who is this right here? Kevin Campbell. I have the Ravens double resorts with Cincy money line.
Man, that sounds real good.
I'm right there. You know what? You're right, Kevin. Give me the Ravens minus the 6.5. They're gonna cover. I'm hoping by Sunday though I might can get this down a little bit, but maybe to a 6. I like the Ravens. I'll take the team total, but I just don't know it right now. I'm hoping I can get like a 25, 26. So I'm damn near. I really want to say the Ravens get to 30. LJ, to be honest with you. But their defense, we'll see what happens. I think the Steelers can give me the 20 that I'll probably need to get over the total. So give me the Ravens, give me the total to go over. I'm not impressed with the Steelers offense, but the Ravens defense is just it's not what it used to be. So I think the Ravens will have, the Steelers will have some success. Just I don't think the Steelers defense is going to be able to stop this Ravens offense once it gets going. So I like the Ravens. I like the minus 6.5.
Hey, I couldn't talk y'all. I feel more comfortable with the over because I do believe the Ravens will win, but touchdown, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It's tight division game. I get it.
Yeah. And Ravens don't usually cover as a favorite. They usually cover as a dog.
They covered last week as a big favorite.
Who are they playing?
The Giants.
Okay. Thank you. So I am more comfortable with the over 44.5 because I do believe the Ravens put up my 26 points. And I believe the Steelers can get you maybe close to 17, 18, somewhere around there, get you 20. So I believe it goes over. But I do believe the Steelers are going to struggle as far as offensive wise, like you mentioned, because their offense is really, stagnant. Yeah, it's really stagnant for the most part. They depend. Russell Wilson really depends on big chunk plays to get down the field, So if those are taken away, it's hard for them to move the ball. And Lamar Jackson has been balling, man. He has 24 touchdown passes since week 7. And
do you think he's the MVP?
I believe he still has a chance to get it just between him and Josh Allen on their last couple
2-man race.
So
I think it's hard to not give it to him or give it to Allen at this point, as much as I'm a Lamar Jackson fan, but like Josh Allen.
But things could change because, like I said, I believe in narratives, and at the end of the day, I always tell people sports is still entertainment. What's the better story? So let's just say Lamar wins this game because he struggles versus the Steelers. He has one of the worst records. So if he wins this game, they win the division. You get what I'm saying? He could change the narrative and make it hard to just hand it to Josh Allen, is my opinion. I just believe those two are still in the race. It depends on the performances that they have the last couple of games.
Yeah, completely 100% agree. Just to throw this out there, Steelers are 5-1 ATS. 5-3 ATS on the road and 5-3 on the road overall. Baltimore is 4-2 at home and 2-3-1 ATS at the
See what I'm
crib.
saying?
So they say they don't really cover as favorites a lot at the crib. But revenge game, it's hard to beat a team twice. coming off a huge win. I mean, not a huge win, but a smacking of yes, it was the Giants, but still, I'm sure they're feeling good about the way they executed. You know what I mean? Offensively.
Pretty sure a lot of teams will feel good.
That's true.
ask Baker Mayfield, Tampa Bay, how did they feel playing the Giants?
That's true. Yeah. You get no. All right, man. Last game I got on the docket. You already know what it is. Hometown team.
That's tomorrow. That's what that is.
I know. Hometown team. I think that Steelers game is tomorrow too, huh? Isn't that the Saturday?
Yeah, they both tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, it's tomorrow. I hate when they do that because it limits us for games for Jimmy's show. It's just like fuck, some of these games I don't want to do, Jimmy. But yeah, hometown team, man. I don't have to go into everything, all the notes. We know this team well. The Texans, they're going on the road. Take on the Chiefs. The line is at 3.5. Totals at 42. I personally, LJ, haven't figured out what I want to do. Was on the Texans first half last week. That's kind of a bet that we've been on all season. I kind of been damn near blindly bet it, but didn't bet it this week. We've led 10 of our 11 first half teams, and I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to bet the Texans first half, but I'm just not 100% sure. I wanted to take the under, but I was hoping I can get a 44 instead of like a 42. Still might have given it a look. Don't have a play yet, LJ. Talk me into the first half. And do you think we can pull out a win? I'm kind of leaning toward no. I don't think we can pull out a win. I don't know if we cover. I'm scared of Aaron Jones and not Aaron Jones, Chris Jones in the pass rush, but I do think our pass rush can get to Patrick Mahomes, especially if his ankle's fucked up. You know, Daniil Hunter, Will Anderson. Our defense has been playing great, in my opinion, especially up front. So I do think we have an advantage against their O-line. But, man, it's tough to go into Arrowhead. Chiefs, can Buffalo catch them? I don't know if Buffalo can catch them. I think they can because they got the Steelers next week. That is something. This could be a look ahead spot. So I don't know if that Steelers game is at home or on the road though. I'm not sure. And then I think they finished the season up with the Broncos.
Yes. Chiefs.
Broncos. Chiefs, right. Broncos. So if depending on I think the Bills can catch them. If they lose, they have to lose 2 of the next 3 in order for the Bills to catch them. Because the Bills have 3 losses or 2. They lost to the Ravens, they lost to the Texans, and did they lose any? They lost to the Rams. So they have 3 losses. Chiefs only have 1, so they would have to lose 2 of the next 3. They do have the Steelers on deck, so they need to win 2 of these next 3 games. It's probably part of the reason they're paying Patrick Mahomes this week. Maybe they rest them against the Steelers and play them against the Broncos, or maybe they try to win the first 2 and then rest them the last one. But they do not have. My point is they don't have home field advantage wrapped up quite just yet. So. Technically, there's still something to play for. The Texans, on the other hand, we have our division wrapped up already. There's no way we can get to the first seed. So this actually could be, D'Amico hasn't given any sign that he's like resting players or anything, but it's kind of what I say. Like if this game's a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, LJ, are they balling out?
Who? The Chiefs?
The Texans.
I think they
got something to play for. The Texans, theoretically, they don't. Our division is wrapped up, and we're not going to get the first and second seed. So,
yeah, but I think they'll be coming in here. I this is what I believe. I believe that the defense knows that Mahomes is vulnerable, and I think they're going to come into this and try to get him out the game. You got the nerve to play on a high ankle sprain. You know what I'm saying? Knowing you hurt. If I was the defense, I'd be like, oh, okay. We going for that.
You gotta feel it disrespected.
Yeah, exactly. You get what I'm saying? You don't really have to play this game, to be honest with you. because you got to backdoor and play next Wednesday just like we do. You get what I'm saying?
Is that Steelers game?
I believe
that's
so. Yeah.
Is that on the road? Is that on the road?
I'm not sure. I can check for it right quick. I'll show you.
Let me see.
Is that on the yeah? Steelers at home.
It's on the road.
So yeah. So he don't really have to play this game, but the way I'm gonna play it is the under, Marlon. Under 42.
He's 42. Okay.
Yeah. Texans 10-4 to the under on the season. Kansas City
42 just seems so low.
But it correlates. Kansas City 20-6 to the under at home since 2022. So I believe both defenses are going to play parts in this game. I don't see a lot of points. And I believe Mahomes, if he's going to play the whole game, he's going to be limited. He's not going to try to overdo it and try to risk anything. He probably just want to play sound football. They're probably going to run it a lot and probably get the lead and just hold the lead. Because at the end of the day, we still cannot protect C.J. Stroud. And that's just what it boils down to, man. You get what I'm saying? We didn't have no business winning Miami. The only reason why we won that game is because Tua was throwing interceptions.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. We had no business to win that game. We even gave 200 yards in total yards, man. So our offense is not looking good right now. So for us to go into Kansas City, the number one Super Bowl champion team right now, man, that's a tall feat. If, like I mentioned, if y'all can get at Patrick Mahomes. Now, if you can get at him, rattle him, possibly get him out the game, Carson Wentz come in, then yeah, I believe that then we'll have a semblance of a chance to try to get this victory. But this is a Saturday game. I believe that these football players are out of their element because they don't play on Saturdays.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I factor all that because I'm a routine guy, tendencies. I believe that athletes love to stick to their routine and their tendencies. So this is breaking their routine, playing on a Saturday. So, I see a lot of unexpected things can happen, turnovers, things like that. But at the end of the day, I believe it's low scoring. Don't know who win. It just depends on how healthy Patrick Mahomes is going to be effective in this game. But the fact that we can't run the ball enough to offensive line to sustain a pass to protect CJ, I just believe the game goes under. So I'm going to take the under 42.
Yeah, man, I can't disagree. I wish I would have got like a 44. I'll be right there with you. I'm scared of 42. Although it, like you said, it correlates.
Yep.
I can definitely see it being like a 17, 14.
Yeah. No team probably won't get to 20. You get what I'm saying? I doubt. Yeah.
I can see it, but it fucking scares me. It still fucking scares me. Hey, I'm gonna let everybody know this. Whoever watches the video later during the breakdown or whatever, this is a complete gamble play. I don't think it's a complete gamble. The numbers say that it should hit or it can hit, probably 50-50. I'm gonna take the Texans first half money line.
Okay.
They won 10 out of 11 first halves. Patrick Mahomes is banged up. I believe the defense can get to him. And like you said, maybe they knock him out of the game, maybe they don't, but I think they can cause enough trouble in the backfield to at least slow this team down. This team is not the Chiefs of 3-4 years ago where they're highly explosive, slanging the ball over the place. That's not how they win. They don't cover a lot of the games that they play anyway. So I definitely can see us winning the first half. Although it's on the road, it's tough. I think we'll be more hyped to play this game than they will. Just because it's the Chiefs, it's Patrick Mahomes. CJ already said he's never lost to him because he's never played him. So,
good point.
Great point. So I'm gonna just stay on the limb. For show purposes, I'm gonna take the Texans first half. Depending on what it is, I'm money lining it. But if I can maybe get like I know I won't get a 3, but if I can get like, what's a 2? See, that's how I feel about like what am I going to do with a +2? You know what I mean? Yeah. What is the first half going to be? 7-3, 7-10. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to. It only helps you if you're tied.
Yeah.
So I'd rather take the money line and just push. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just give me my money back. I'd rather take the risk.
Exactly.
The plus money. So if You can't get a 3, which I'm sure you're not going to be able to get a 3 unless the line goes up by Friday. Oh, today's Friday. The game is fucking tomorrow. So you're probably not going to get that. Yeah. So money line me, please, on that first half for the Texans. You want to put together a $5 come up or no?
Yeah, we can.
All right. So I'll say Rams minus the 3 for my 2. And then I also will go with the let's go with the Bucks minus the 3.5 for my first 2 of the leg. What you got?
Lions and Vikings.
All right. That's good. All right.
It's easy for me, man.
Lions minus 6.5. Vikings. What is that? 3 on the Vikings?
Yeah, minus the 3.
I like it. I'm gonna put that in. I might put that in tonight.
Actually, we need one more team, right? That's only 4, right? We need one more team.
Oh yeah, we always do 2, and then 1. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, what you thinking?
It has to be a game we talked about. So
Ravens over. We're both on the over. Or you just want to be safe in Ravens money line? It's
money. I think money line. It's money line.
I'm with that. I'm still with that.
Yeah.
I might drop like 25 on that quarter.
I'm gonna play it too. I'm gonna play it.
I like that. I'm playing it. Rounds minus 3, Bucks minus 3.5 or 4. It's probably going to be a 4 because I didn't see any 3.5s. Lions minus 6.5, Vikings minus 3, and Ravens money line just to be safe is your $5 come up. All right, quick review before we get out of here because I gotta go watch the rest of this game. LJ, all the plays we did for today. Rams minus 3, Bucks first quarter. Don't have a line for that yet. Bucks team total over 25.5 and Bucks full game. He called it at a 3.5. Vikings minus the 3. Geno will throw an interception. It's guaranteed. He does it at home all the time. Lions going on the road to Soldier Field. They are amazing after a loss. LJ's on the second quarter and the first half and the full game and the team total.
Let me get that team total for you while you're doing it.
All right. Ravens. He's also on the Ravens at the crib to go over 44.5. And like you just stated, the Texans and Chiefs under 42. My place. I'm on the Rams also minus the 3. The Jets got nothing to play for. Why are we taking them? Shouldn't even be a thought. Bucks minus 3.5. The Cowboys are terrible. Yes, even though they beat the Panthers. Vikings minus the 3. Geno will throw interception. I like the Eagles minus the 3.5. Cliff Kingsbury continue teams to underperform. This is just the better team. And they still have everything to play for. Lean to the under in that game as well at 44.5. I am with LJ on the Lions and the bounce back minus the 6.5. I'm also on the Ravens. It's tough to beat a team twice in the division. Steelers back-to-back losses. I actually think they might beat the Chiefs on Christmas, though. They match up better with them. Just something throw out there real quick. And I'm gambling on this one, folks. Texans, first half, money line against the Chiefs. They have won 10 of 11 first halves of the season thus far. So that's what we got. Also, the $5 come up, like we just said. Rams, this is a 5-team parlay. Rams minus 3. Bucks minus 3.5, Lions minus 6.5, Vikings minus 3, and Rams money line. LJ, people where they can find you at.
Just full disclosure, the team total for Detroit is 27.5. So
27.5.
But yeah, man, they can find me at X at LJ Sports Media, and of course on YouTube, Raw Words Podcast. Go like, go subscribe right now. And of course, you can find me here as well, Brothers in Bet, doing our picks with my man Marley, giving y'all plays every week as we can. See if we can find some winners in this NFL. And of course, always Pub Sports Radio. Y'all go over there, go like, go subscribe, go follow that channel because we and Marty will be on Sunday. NFL Pub Hub. Jimmy the Bag, giving out our Week 16 plays. Like you say, Marty's number one. He's rolling right now. It's going to be hard to catch him. But, hey, I'm still going to try to make a valiant effort to see if I can catch him. So, hey, it's all fun. But, hey, let's see if we can get it going. And, yeah, man, y'all just keep supporting, keep following, and let's continue to keep catching.
Yeah, man, appreciate that solid ball for sure. Yeah, like LJ said, man, catch us right here next Friday. We'll be on the Raw Words Sports Podcast instead of Brothers and Bets. Catch us Sundays on Jimmy's show. For the Cappers contest, like you said, I'm number one right now. Hopefully we can keep it that way. And shit, other than that, man, tune right back in on Wednesdays. Me and Coach finally got a college show in. We definitely will get. He's off right now, winter break, so we definitely will get another bowl game special in next week. I think we called Ohio, yeah. And then we're both on Notre Dame, yeah. And we called Florida, so we're looking good right now. 3-0. Well, actually, Ohio didn't cover, but I wasn't on that game. I did a money line parlay. So technically, we're 3-0. 3-0 right now, bowl season. So, as always, people, man, y'all know what it is. I am Marley Bets, and this is Brothers and Bets, and I think it's that way.
There you go.
Boy, that right there. That's the homie LJ from Houston. I am Marley Bets, and as always, may the odds ever be in your favor. Y'all already know what it is, man. Let's beat Vegas. We out this motherfucker. Oh, we didn't do it.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems. We gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field.